Hello and welcome back to Jack's FSX videos. Today I've got another tutorial which is basically just going to be telling you and showing you how to use all the different parts of the weather settings in FSX down to like the smallest detail. Okay then, so press Alt on your keyboard once and it will bring up this panel here. So then you go into World and then Weather, obviously. I'm sure you already know that bit, but I'll just quickly run through the basics here and then we'll get into this stuff here. So Weather Themes, you already know what this is. This is what you can use pretty much every time you go on FSX. One of these, obviously Fair Weather, is the standard. Then you've got Real World Weather, which is basically exactly what it says. It's what it is in that place right now in real life, not in FSX right now, like in the real world. So for example, if I'm sitting in Auckland right now, like I am here, then whatever weather it is in Auckland right now, as I'm filming this on the 7th of April at 11:40, that's UK time obviously, but whatever the weather is right now in Auckland, as I'm filming this, it will then recreate it up here. Obviously I haven't got it on right now, but it would obviously recreate that weather. So that's what that is. Real world weather updated every 15 minutes. Well, I'm sure you can figure that out for yourself. And then we've got user defined weather. This is where it gets obviously more complicated and obviously more interesting. So I'll briefly go through this bit because you're probably still even thinking, if you haven't been on this before, you probably might still be thinking, well, that's still not a lot. That's because we're going to the advanced settings in a second. So obviously it's just got all the things down the side here. You've got clouds, how many clouds you want in the sky, precipitation, so that's things like wind and rain. Oh, that's interesting actually, I didn't even know that. You have to obviously have some clouds. I didn't think it would even bother knowing that. Obviously that's how it is in real life, you need clouds to have rain and snow, but I didn't know FSX would add that in. But there you go, so precipitation, rain, snow. Visibility is basically fog really, or like a haze over the horizon, so you just select that there. It's got the distance there. Limit is obviously standard, and then wind speed is just your knots there. Not very many options though. And then wind direction you got there, so you can put it in whatever direction you want. So if I put it there, it means it will be coming from north to south. So for example, if I wanted crosswinds for this airport, I'd probably put it about there, because you can see that the runway comes along here, because that's what direction I'm facing. Plus you can just see it for this airport anyway in Auckland. So obviously crosswinds, the wind would need to come down here or up there. Okay, so you guys should either put it in that direction or that direction, something roughly like that. You wouldn't really want it exact really, because that's just not realistic at all. So we're going to advanced settings. This is where you got everything that you could possibly need really, because it's got absolutely all of the different settings. Some of this stuff I don't even know what I mean. You know, I don't work for the Met office or something, so I'll just take you through what I do know. Like, I don't know what all this is, so let's just see what we can do here. Right, so starting with clouds. I'm going to run through this pretty quickly because there's quite a lot here. I don't want to make this video too long. So clouds. You've got this box here. This is where the clouds would be basically. So if you click on that box, so it's highlighted in this light blue color, this is where you can edit those settings. So you've got the different types of clouds here. I can't really describe them. I know what they look like because I've just learned over the years of playing this game, but you can't really describe what they look like. So I suggest you just look them up on Google, typing like stratus cloud or something like that, and I'm sure you know what thunderstorm is. So you just select what you want there. So for example, thunderstorm, and then you select how many clouds. I'm just going to go for overcast or whatever, and then your turbulence. So I'm sure you know what turbulence is if you're playing FSX. So it's just the aircraft shaking, I guess, is the simplest way to say it. So you select whatever you want that, and then icing. Again, I'm sure you already know what that is. It's just ice. And precipitation, rain or snow, whichever one you want. Base altitude is basically the bottom that you want that to come out of, if you know what I mean, the bottom that you want the snow to fall at. And then the rate is just obviously how much of that snow or rain. So that's pretty much all you need for these bits. But one other thing is that you can add in extra layers of cloud. Let me zoom out of here a little bit. Okay, so you can see here, I can also drag this up, so that would be an enormous layer of cloud there, but you can still do it. So I can click the plus here, and then it's adding another layer, so I can have a layer maybe a lot higher up at, say, 40,000 feet, as there actually is. There's always, well, most of the time, there's 2 layers of clouds. There's something lower down around 8,000, and then there's something around, up high around 40,000, so you can add those in. You can add as many as you like in, and you can drag those up and down, and then notice that you need to click on each one to change each setting. So we did that one there, so I can click on this one and maybe say I want this one to be stratus. I don't want as many, 5 out of 8. I want a lot less turbulence and no icing, let's just say, no rain or anything like that. And then this top one, maybe I want it, let's just say stratus again, few clouds, no turbulence, no anything. And then you've got your custom clouds. So then on to wind, very similar sort of thing here. You've got the, if I zoom out again, you've got these boxes here. These are lines, so this is slightly different with this. I can click add, and then it'll add a line of around about that level where the wind will be. So similar to the non-advanced things, you've got wind direction here, which way you want it to go. Altitude, that's literally just drag it up and down there. You can see that the altitude changes as I drag it, or if I use this one for example, this will use the top of the altitude. Speed, how fast you want the wind to go. So if you're looking for something like extreme crosswinds, you wouldn't want to go anything below 80. I'd say that's quite a good place to start and see what you want, because obviously people vary extreme winds. You could go 80, or I don't even know what the max is, probably like 120, is it? No, you can keep going. Let's see actually. Let's just see that. There you go. Oh, 200 is the max, and I did do a video on that. If you want to go and see it, I'll try and remember to leave the link in the description. And then you got gusts there. Again, you can just set those up to whatever. Let me see what the max is on here as well. 220 for gusts. So there you go. Turbulence. So same as things for clouds really. Turbulence, you can set that in here, and the shear strength level, whatever you want there. Alright, moving on to temperature. It doesn't really make that much of a difference in FSX, but you can still obviously add it in. Again, you've got the buttons here for different temperatures at different heights. If you want it, altitude, again, that's just that. And then the temperature in Fahrenheit, which I always, if I ever do set the temperature for whatever reason, I always have to type that into Google what Celsius is in Fahrenheit, because like no one in the UK uses Fahrenheit, but there you go. And dew point, no idea. This, no idea, so I don't even worry about that. So sorry if you wanted to know what that was. Visibility, really, I mean, I don't know what this is again, but really you only need this, I mean, from what I've found. So it's just basically fog level really. I mean, you have it on that, you literally can't see anything in front of you barely, and then that is obviously you can see as far as the eye can see. So that's pretty much it. That's everything. So you can only have one of these in unfortunately for visibility and temperature, but there you go. That's it really. So yeah, you can just add in as many as you like. And base I think is I think that is literally, I just worked that out now, that is literally just the height of it. So if I move that down, then that's gone down to 5,000, move that up, that's gone up to that. So there you go, that's all that is basically. You never actually noticed that, but there you go. So let's just I guess we should just click OK. Let's reduce that down a little bit and see what happens. I forgot what I've even put in. There you go. Alright, so we've got snow obviously starting up here. Apparently we've got 200 knots of wind. The snow's just loading in, which is a bit weird to see. Just get rid of that bar at the top there. By the way, if you want to get rid of this bar, just hold down Alt for like 2 seconds and it'll go. Let's just zoom out. See. Oh, there we go. Just saw a bit of lightning. See, we did put it on thunderstorm. You can see the clouds moving across the sky quite a lot. Remember, yours probably won't look like this because I've got Rex. Obviously, you've got Rex. It will look like this, but I've got Rex 4, so it looks a lot more realistic, the sky. So don't expect it to look like this if you're new to FSX or whatever. You'd have to get Rex for that. So you can see here that I'm just going, and you can see the wind coming off the gear at the back there, just going straight to the left because the wind's coming from that direction. Obviously this is not meant to be a proper takeoff or anything, so please don't go in the comments and say you forgot this and all that. Oh my god, look at that. There you go. Planes are being pushed out of their parking spaces across the sea. That is absolutely ridiculous. There's another one being pushed here. I'm surprised I've not been pushed over. I'm trying to take off, really. Oh, jeez, I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, guys. I didn't know that was moving that fast. I literally can't take off. I think it's the wind. I mean, look at this thing. I can't really... there we go. We're just in the air now. Oh, here we go. We've got our information at the top. Yeah, there you go. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Let me just bring up my gear. So, yeah, that's... it can be pretty strong. You can see now that... there you go. The plane's now really turning now that I'm getting in the air. Because remember, we set the wind, I think, at like 1,000 feet or something. I can't remember what. But, yeah, there you go. Now it's really kicking in. So, if you want to watch a video of me attempting to land about 5 times at an airport in this kind of weather, I think it was snow as well, then you can go and check that out. I'll try and remember to leave a link in the description. If I don't, please just ask for it. So, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions whatsoever, except for the fact that I'm stalling, then just leave them in the description or Facebook comment or whatever you want to do. And that's it. Thank you for watching.